are learning how to play rock and roll. The first thing you must do if you are a keyboard player in rock and roll is to go out and buy yourself a keyboard. So if you do not have one at this time, please stop the videotape and at this time go out and purchase one. Welcome back with your brand new keyboard. Well, the very first thing we must do is we must learn the keyboard. You may notice there's white keys and there's black keys. Since you're going into rock and roll, you need not notice the black keys. Just forget they're there. Okay, first we'll start by learning the white keys. You may notice that the note I'm playing here has a particular tone. If we go up one, it's going to have a different tone. That's the key. No pun intended. But, okay, to start off, we have 2 black keys in a set here, and then 3 black keys. Then 2 black keys, then 3 black keys, and 2 black keys, and then 3 black keys. We start off with the 2 black keys. The first note before that with the white keys, that would be a C. Practice that. Now just practice playing the C over and over again. Just. Okay, please stop the tape at this time and practice that. Okay, now if you go up, it goes in alphabetical order. That would be, after a C would be a D. Then after a D, there would be an E. Then after E would be F. F would be G. Then G, H. No, not H. After G would be A. It starts all over again. Okay, you may want to memorize that. It would help a lot. So it goes C, D, E, F, G, and it doesn't go to H, it goes to A. A is the most important note in rock and roll. If you know an A, you may want to practice going from A to D. Okay, it goes A, B, C, D. We're only talking white keys now. If you go A to D, okay, practice that. Just do that. Okay, if you go from A to D, then up to an E. Rock and roll, rock and roll. A, D, E. You've got it. You've got rock and roll. There are a few tricks, however. There's a little bit more to it. It gets quite complex, as a matter of fact. There's bass notes too. That would mean you have to play with your left hand and your right hand at the same time. Okay, now this may take some practice, but to start with an A, that would be lower. But if you'll notice the A up here that I was playing, if you'll notice the three black keys, then it would be this particular note. It would be starting in front of the 3 black keys. It's the third note, the third white key. So it's the same all the way down the keyboard. It's very well planned, very well planned. We go down and a lower A. Now your hand may reach and it may not, but if you can play the bottom A, that's an octave, that 8 notes apart. So see if you count instead of just going alphabetically, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The 8th note is the note that you hold down. So that's an octave. Now if you play another A up here, you got 2 octaves, and 3 notes but 2 octaves. Okay, what's very important in rock and roll, you play the bass at the same time that you play the top note. So if you want to go, say, from A to D, you hold the A on the bottom, the bass note. So see how it blends? It blends. So you play the melody line above the bass. That's how it usually works. That's a very nice trick in composition pieces. One of the last tricks that we'll get into today is different things for the top hand. Octaves. Octaves are very important in top hand. You must stretch. Practice this if you cannot stretch on your own. Octaves very important. You go up and down the keyboard with octaves. Okay, now I hit a couple notes that you do not know of yet. The C for one, and the G. Now, I'll get into those at another time. But the octave is mainly what I'm emphasizing. Hold the 8 notes on top. Such as that, well, I hit a clam, but a clam is a false note. You don't want to do that. But there's one more trick I'd like to get into, and that's a fifth. See, if you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, fifth, 5, you know. So if you get that stretch, that there's 3 full notes in between that you aren't playing. So if you play like a bass note, a D, then you play a fifth starting at a D. It has like a Chinese feel to it, but that's what the rock people use. I don't know if they stole it or what, or if the Chinese stole it, but it's a fifth. Okay, what you're going to want to do with these fifths, you're going to want to go up and down the keyboard playing fifths, and maybe an octave sometime. See, it fits. It just you just play fifths. I'm sure you've heard that riff many times before. That's a standard, what we call a standard, something you've heard before. But like, but while you're playing these fifths, you can intertwine octaves. That means you play octaves, you know, while you're playing the fifth. So you go. So that's all you need for now. Now you can go back, you can compose your own material. You're a beginning rock keyboardist. So that's Joe Tritz. Joe Tritz with beginning rock keyboard playing. And next week we'll cover dominant sevenths and how they shall not be used.